And we're back. So that is Do It by Tuxedo. One of my favorite songs right now. It's dope as shit.
Good.
It's a good song, right?
Absolutely.
We're back with the Smoke Break JBR, the Just Be Real podcast, where we sit down, talk some shit, and just be real. I'm here with my co-host and partner in crime, Brandon, once again.
Yeah.
Are you in the mirror? Can you see yourself this time, or is it too much of a gloss over?
It's still too bright a bit
fine.
outside.
So we're back at Explicit Vape Burbank recording again. Thank you, Ed, for letting us use the space.
Many thanks, as
Many
always.
thanks. So this is going to be a quick episode.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to try to keep it at 30, 45 minutes or so, simply because I have a vacation
Ooh,
tomorrow.
Where you going?
I'm going to Vegas for EDC. So
Freaking awesome.
cannot wait.
And
Fourth
any,
time.
Any artists you're looking forward to?
Besides Bill Nye.
Wait, he's going to be there?
Yes.
No way.
Yeah, Bill Nye's actually opening the ceremony, which is pretty
Dude,
dope.
what? That's like every kid's dream.
And especially now, the fact that he was on last week tonight with Oliver.
John Oliver.
John Oliver.
Yeah.
So that's really dope. So now I want to hear him drop a motherfucker in the crowd.
That would be awesome.
Like, that'd be dope.
Absolutely.
So I'm excited about that. And then
Okay.
also, Idris Elba's going to perform.
Wait, the actor?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, it's pretty
That's freaking awesome.
But let's jump in to the topics at hand.
Yeah.
Big
topics.
if you tuned in last week, if you know us, we talk a lot of entertainment, and we're talking Game of Thrones. So I'm gonna take the shades off for this one because we need
Real
some,
talk.
We need some.
Yeah,
we need some
real
exposition in
talk
this
here.
bitch. Because Game of Thrones, what episode 5 we had?
Yeah.
I will say this: considering what happened last episode and how trash it was and how much shit happened, there are some decent things cinematography-wise, which is not justifiable to say a good episode, but just like, oh, that's a cool little bit. Like, oh, that's dope. But in general, for the episode, for story development and character development, and just in general,
Yeah.
not fucking good, dude.
Yeah, I'd have to agree.
Like,
it seemed, for some reason, it almost...
At all. Like,
For
at
some
fucking
reason,
all.
like, if you were to look at this at that last episode individually, this would be a good episode to attribute to a George R.R. Martin directed episode.
Yeah.
Because, like, everything's... In some cases, yeah, things are happening really, really fast, but there are things happening that you would expect from him, like an unceremonious death.
Yeah.
Somebody who's of high power getting crushed at the bottom in the
With
basement.
a fucking rock.
Yeah, of all things.
Okay,
super
so let's
unceremonious. let's check back.
let's
a little
just fucking get into it because there's so much shit that we can really get into. First of all, the whole her depressed and everything like that was decent. I didn't mind it because
Yeah.
she lost a dragon. It was fine.
Missandei
and then
getting killed in front of her.
Varys getting torched.
By
like-
the way, he was the only one that didn't like whine like a little bitch.
Yeah, didn't complain. He's like, yeah, I'll take it.
Hey, man,
That's fine.
For having
So-
nothing, he got some
He got
huevos.
some, yeah.
Yeah.
So for me, I think the first 15 minutes were okay.
I have to agree.
Decent. And then we get to the raid.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they have this whole thing where it's like, oh, yeah, if they ring the bells, you got to stop the attack. So that's like what we hear in the beginning. So the raid happens. Everything's, well, not necessarily. So they set it all up, and we have Euron Greyjoy with the Iron Fleet hanging out. And then who comes up from above? Daenerys and
her
Drogon.
little bird.
So dope takes out the Iron Fleet with ease, apparently.
Yeah.
Where
what,
all
what
the
happened to like all this insanity of being shot at?
of
with the
almost getting
scorpion?
shot
Yeah.
and
What
the
happened?
reload time somehow doubled
or no,
compared to
no,
the last one.
No,
Like-
it actually didn't. Like they only
Well,
shot
dude,
like
if you
3
looked
arrows.
at it, like in the first one when they had all those crossbows or whatever it was,
yeah.
they loaded those things really fast.
Yeah, that's true.
And then in
That's
this,
true.
the Iron Fleet couldn't even load like a handful of them,
It's like, wait, we
like
don't-
at all.
How do we reload this? It's like,
Exactly.
guys,
So
just-
missed every shot, took out the entire Iron Fleet,
and the city defenses.
and then took out the entire city defense
what?
with ease.
With
ease,
pinpoint ease,
with
as if it
no
was
question. And weren't these the most detrimental tool at their hand, at their disposal?
supposed to
It
be
took
their-
out a dragon.
their powerful
It's been
weapon.
an issue since the raid on the caravan. It's been an issue. We thought this was going to be something that's going to be pivotal for the series.
Absolutely.
No.
Nah.
Took out one dragon
Yeah.
by luck somehow.
Well,
like by severe luck
by
over the mountains.
plot accuracy.
Yeah, by plot accuracy. But
Holy
actually
crap.
did kill a dragon the right way. But in general, this was supposed to be an issue for the dragons.
Yeah.
This was supposed
It
to be something that. Really quick side
Even-
thing. Last week we saw Bronn of the Blackwater, right?
Yeah.
Do you think that was the last time we saw him?
Well,
Because honestly, dude, right now it's not looking great.
Considering the fact that Bronn's original plan or his original thing was to kill both Tyrion and Jaime,
Yep.
and get his reward from
Do you
Cersei.
think what they did was a cop out? Like, all right, we'll see you later.
Sort of, because the only person who's surviving is Tyrion, so Tyrion has to fess up, that he's gonna have to pay up, what his bargain was.
Yep.
But the person who originally contracted Bronn is dead, so it's like the original contract is void.
So, I
Maybe
don't know.
he'll come back and he's like, "Yo, I had a contract, but it got kind of cut off. Can I still get paid because I didn't kill you?"
So I'm just more of like, that was just a side thing because
It's
it's like,
a bit of a cop out.
Did they just like eliminate Bronn of the Blackwater like that fucking easy?
Yeah,
Because that would be really disappointing.
absolutely.
So going back to it, she takes out the defenses, knocks down the wall,
Yeah.
and takes out the entire Golden Company.
With one flap of the
One
wing,
blow.
just gone.
So explain to me what was the whole point of having the Golden Company be a factor for this fucking season?
Yeah. I really,
And
honestly,
then
I don't know.
Why even build it up for last season?
Yeah.
If we're not even going to have a moment where they're going to duke it out against all the ground troops and Dothraki and all that shit.
Which, by the way,
Zero.
in itself,
Big old
is
fucking goose egg. And
I-
then, first of all, yeah, we're going to get into that. First of all, how the fuck did they get reinforcements? And then,
I thought they all died.
and
I
then
thought the
someone
Dothraki all
decided to
died.
go on Reddit and were like, well, they were in the West doing this, blah, blah.
What?
And I'm like, okay, did they state that?
Nobody.
When did they state
ever
anything?
Stated that.
No one did.
I don't remember a single.
No
part.
one stated the fact that there was other Unsullied and other Dothraki elsewhere in Westeros. No, none.
None of them.
They never told us. So you're telling us now they have reinforcements from somewhere else in Westeros that they stashed them.
It's like what's going on? Why?
This is why we needed 10 episodes. So
Yeah.
you can emphasize some shit. And this is the first time I'd ever say this. We need anime fillers for this shit.
Yeah,
Honestly,
that's
I
true.
would really love some fucking anime filler for this fucking season. Because
Yeah.
we're getting nothing. Are your headphones killing you?
No. I need
okay.
to press the button.
Oh, okay. But like in general, like we could actually use some fucking anime filler
We
for this
do.
shit.
We need to have explanations. We need to have.
You know how
some-
sad that is to say? For
Yeah.
for this kind of production, for this level of production, where the writing staff should be top tier.
they should be like recognized as legends for creating these amazing narrative structures
And
and all this.
you
but
just
instead,
don't take your time. And I actually tweeted this out. I feel like I'm watching the abridged version of Game of Thrones.
it
Like
does.
it
Now that
feels
you
like
mention
I'm
it that
watching
way,
the abridged version. I feel like they're taking out all the filler that we actually need and just deleting it. And I'm
Yeah.
gonna be really mad if the fucking DVD box set comes with all the fucking deleted scenes.
Ooh,
You know how mad I'm gonna be?
oh, I can
Because you
already
know
imagine.
how much editing there is in a show.
I'm gonna check
like-
right now and see what the current.
Oh, okay. So, well, let's do the petition after.
Well, I'm just looking for myself.
Oh, okay. So,
Just to keep tabs.
takes out the defenses, takes out the Golden Company
Mm-hmm.
with ease. So basically, no point of having them in there.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have the raid. They sack the city, which
Super fast, which happened.
which is very quick. But at the
Well-
same time, I need to say this out loud. Robert Baratheon never sacked the fucking city.
true.
Never did. The Lannisters did.
Mm-hmm.
Daenerys instantly went Mad Queen. So just that's all right.
By the way, that happened 46 minutes into the episode.
Yeah.
The
So
attack
you know
finally happened 46.
what happened during that time? Can you even remember?
No, not really.
Not really.
A lot of walking around,
Like-
a lot of getting from place to place, and things maybe happening. A lot
I
of staring.
don't really remember.
A lot of brooding.
like-
That's about it.
Yeah, and then it just went straight into the battle.
Yeah.
So they sack the city. Dothraki go through, raid the whole fucking thing.
Mm-hmm.
The Northern men go. Is it Northern men?
Yeah, the Northern men
Yeah.
also go in.
The
along
Northern
with
men, Unsullied, Grey Worm is
there are-
kicking ass.
So
by
they
the
were
way.
about to fight, and then the bells start ringing and all that.
Wait, hold on. We're going too much. So because we have to say that she stopped for. Oh no, because remember
they
she had
never-
to hear
they hadn't started fighting yet.
No, hold on. Because the Northern men, everyone sacked the city,
Uh-huh.
and then they came in contact with the Lannister army,
Yeah.
and then she was still like taking out the defenses and doing stuff, and then she stopped,
And they
and
were
then Cersei heard all the bells ringing,
Uh-huh.
all that shit, or not the bells. She heard all the people yelling,
yelled
ring the bells.
Yeah, ring the bells.
So she decides to ring the bells, and then Daenerys just goes full on Mad Queen
yeah.
and firebombs the entire city. And then the Unsullied just kill all the Lannisters.
It's only after she starts attacking that Grey Worm.
Grey Worm keeps going on.
Yeah.
And dude, it was fine. I liked that part. And then it was just nothing but dragon. And it's like, that's fine. I like the dragon. But they could have just done that scene so much better. There was a lot more stuff. But we'll get into that once we describe the whole episode. And it was like, all right, they sacked the city. That's fine. And it was just lackluster.
Yeah,
because we just kept seeing dragons firebomb. And we kept following this family, this mom and daughter that kept trying to escape the flames.
Yeah.
That's fine. So we can kind of see it on the civilian side and kind of get a little bit more perspective. I feel like my mic's cutting out a little bit.
No, you're good.
No?
You're
Okay.
fine.
I think it's just my headphone. But so, yeah, that's fine. And then she attacks the Red Keep and...
Is that good?
Yeah, it's better.
Okay.
She attacks the Red Keep and then we get Clegane Bowl.
Yeah.
Like... All right.
Which
a
in
very
itself-
lackluster Clegane Bowl.
It was. I mean, like, a lot of people are like, oh, we finally got Clegane Bowl, but in my eyes, it was a very underwhelming
And for
Clegane
me,
Bowl.
I like the Hound.
I did.
So that's what happened during that time. We had the Hound and Arya trying to sneak through the city and do all that stuff.
Yeah.
And because honestly, I just can't remember a lot of the episode. Like
There were
I
a lot
tried
of
to, but it's like I deleted
that's,
a lot of it.
That's one of the problems of that episode is that a lot of things were happening and a lot of things tried to happen really,
a lot
really
of things
fast.
were happening too fast with no explanation and no
Exactly.
moment to actually enjoy it.
Exactly, because remember, the fighting started at 46
Mm-hmm.
minutes into the episode, which is like, what, an hour and 30 minutes long? So you're like nearly 3/4 of the way through, starting with the fighting, and everything's happening in the city.
And we don't even really remember what happened in the
Exactly.
beginning, besides Varys getting torched.
You're not giving enough time for things to develop and things to progress. You're giving
Mm-hmm.
foreshadowing, but not a progression of how things eventually got to that point.
Yeah, and it's like, all right, somehow the Hound and Arya get to the Red Keep. They get to the Red Tower, whatever it is, the Red Keep, there it is.
Yeah.
And the Hound goes forward. I did like that touching moment. It was
was
nice. Kind of didn't make sense because
yeah.
isn't Arya a many-faced person?
she's
And
been-
she's an assassin.
Yeah, she's
and
been
she doesn't
working
fear
so
death.
hard.
And she wants to fucking kill Cersei.
She's been like
She
talking
shouldn't
about
be
it endlessly.
stopped.
Yeah, for like seasons.
So
and
you're telling me
seasons.
this entire list of hers just does not exist anymore?
Apparently
The
not.
Queen is the top
Yeah,
of her list.
She's the one that
She's the main one.
she's been talking about it
Why
forever.
would she go through this entire battle with the White Walkers, okay? Do this entire fucking thing, be on this whole arc for her own character and her massive character development to not kill the Queen?
And instead, just like at the last minute,
I would much rather
Clegane
have
says
Jon
no.
kill the Night King so
Yeah.
that way fucking Arya can kill the Queen.
Yeah.
I'll take it back.
Just go that route.
Honestly, take
Make
it back.
Simple.
I would much rather take it back.
Yeah.
Like,
just
that's
make it
ridiculous.
Simple. Why are you making things so complicated?
So
It's like they're trying to entice the whole subverting
Yeah.
expectations just for the sake of it.
just like what was the whole fucking point of that then?
yeah.
So-
we've been so invested with such a poor payoff.
Yeah, and then we
Poor,
have
poor
that,
payoff.
and then Jamie and Euron, apparently called the Dane Bowl.
Yeah. Well, by the way, where
Like-
did that name come from?
Yeah,
Nobody
are
was
these
calling
Danes?
it that.
Did,
Nope,
did they ever
nobody.
refer to each other as Danes?
There's no name or reference to them as
None.
that
So
at
why
all.
the fuck is it called Dane Bowl? But that's us nitpicking.
That's
That's just
the
bad
writers
labeling.
Just calling it
Yeah,
internally.
that's called bad labeling. Like
Yeah.
poor choice of words. So we have Euron Greyjoy who magically arrives at the exact same place
and
at
was
the
able to
exact
survive
same time.
the
The
firebombing.
survival, I can kind because that guy's survived a
there
lot
was
of shit.
Explosion and the dragon right
Yeah,
behind him.
but it's more of the fact of he arrived at the exact same time,
there was that. Yeah.
perfectly with Jaime Lannister.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they duke it out, and then Euron Greyjoy stabs him twice
Mm-hmm.
and proclaims, "I'm the one that killed Jaime Lannister." No, you fucking didn't.
Yeah. No.
Apparently, a rock did that job.
Yeah,
So
if-
what was the whole point of him proclaiming this if you're just gonna kill him 2 minutes later by a fucking rock?
yeah. It really makes no sense because
Because
if
we would
he
at
would've
least have, like-
survived- if Jamie and Cersei had survived the collapse of the basement,
And made it out.
Jamie would have survived for about 4 hours because he got stabbed on the side.
I would have he got stabbed twice on both sides.
Yeah.
So
but it was
at least
with a
make it
dagger.
out of the fucking basement and then him die on the beach.
Well, the thing is, he got
Like-
stabbed with a thin dagger instead of a whited blade.
Okay,
So
that's besides the point here.
And if you
So,
saw how much blood Cersei had in her hands, it wasn't gushing amount.
either
like
way, let's just
how-
live in the land where he just got stabbed fucking twice and he's about to die, okay? Because now you're just looking into a scientific fact, when it's a fucking
Well,
show.
because the writers said in the behind the things, they said he
Do
would
we
have died.
really listen to the writers anymore?
Apparently, that's what they're.
I don't care about the justification. So it would have been better if he died on the beach, and then Cersei was alone.
Yeah,
I'd
She
live
would
with
have to
that, and
figure
then
things
someone
out on
has
her
to
own.
find her and then kill her and something. But they didn't.
Or it could have
Taken
been
by
that,
rock.
like, let's say she has to watch Jamie die on the beach, and then Arya finds her. It's like, oh, you're gonna die alone, just
Something.
like how
He left. How she left the Hound.
yeah, how she left the Hound, or
Dope.
how you left my family, how you left all of Westeros. You're gonna die alone.
How is it that we're writing a better scene?
Yeah, I don't get it.
How is it that we can write better scenes?
How is it that people who aren't writers are writing it better?
That we can clearly just like that'd be better.
Yeah,
Like-
the whole Hound fight against the Clegane Bowl.
I had a whole scene built for that.
Just do it in the map room. I've traveled
See, 'cause
entire
look-
lands to fight you, and now today, and it gets cracking. It's like this battle is destroying the lands. It's like
Something.
so much things.
And
that
then,
you can make
okay,
it cool
so
and
explain
shit.
this to me, because I broke this down to you about the visions and the Hound. Riddle me fucking this, Batman. Who can look at visions and see visions? The Red Witch, the fucking
The guy who got resurrected like 6 times,
and the priest that did it.
yeah,
Right? They're the only ones that can have visions.
Yeah.
Because they're people
followers-
of the
followers of
Lord
the-
of Light.
yes.
Like pure followers of the Lord of Light, and they've been blessed with it. That's how that works. Clegane was able to see the visions in the fire too.
Yeah.
Meaning that he is someone
Who
of the
has had
Lord of Light.
connection, yeah.
Exactly. Right?
yeah.
Big fucking deal. And they emphasize that through season 6, through season 6 and 7. It's like, we're here on a mission, Clegane. We're on a mission.
when they're traveling, right?
Exactly.
To the northern lands.
We're on a mission, Clegane. Dope. Use that. That's fine. So why not in Clegane Bowl, he finally taps into that power, into
Yeah.
the Lord of Light. And when he's trying to stab his fucking giant-ass brother, who's somehow a zombie, and which
Yeah.
is fine, but tries to stab him like 900 times, why not him have a moment where he can light his little dagger on fire because he is someone of the Lord of Light and stab the mountain
Yeah, if
and
you
then
would,
push him off the thing and then die.
it would have made sense if, like, because the mountain, let's say he's the personification of the dark arts, the dark magic, and the Lord of Light is the, you know,
The Lord of Light.
the light version and all that. It's like, oh, now Clegane has to call upon the Lord of Light, and he gives him the power and the dagger.
Gives
and
him the flame.
and the dagger turns on fire. He's like, fuck you, this is for my chickens. And
Yeah.
he
And then he stabs him, push him, and then gives him a fuck you.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Perfect.
I wrote that.
Yeah.
And then you wrote the dope ass scene where the fucking thing collapses beneath them with the map.
Yeah. I've traveled all the lands and now
Like,
they got the
come
power of the
on,
Lord of
man.
Light. And,
there's
you know,
so much shit they could have done to make it a better scene.
Absolutely.
And everything just felt lackluster.
and they could have done it better without actually having to spend much in it.
They could have
anymore.
done so much with less.
Exactly. Because you're
This
already
is-
utilizing the same sets.
That's what this episode should be called. Less is more.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah, they're trying to show way too much.
They're
way-
trying to push their
happen
weight of
things
how
way
much
too
shit they can
fast.
do. Don't.
Yeah.
Just
Like-
give us good scenes with good writing and emotion because we've been waiting 9 fucking years for
We
this
have.
moment.
Yeah.
9 fucking years, okay? And you give us lackluster fucking writing and actors who don't even fucking say lines. How is it that Cersei, how is it that so far we have 43 lines of dialogue?
Yeah, that's
Can you
right.
explain that to me?
This entire
How the
season.
fuck is it that at this point in Game of Thrones, in this, that we have 43 lines of dialogue?
It makes no sense.
How?
It makes no
That's
sense when this
ridiculous.
is like the most popular, the biggest show currently.
It just
on
shows that
TV.
there is a lack of writing.
The
That
lack
they
of
rush this.
connection. You know, you forget how important this show is, and to just leave it
I
with
said
such
it-
poor quality.
I think I said it 2 years ago when I said I hope this doesn't ruin it.
You hope
because
this doesn't
that's-
turn into another Lost.
Because, dude, honestly, it's one of those things that 2-year hiatus, a lot can go wrong.
Yeah, that's
A
true.
lot can go wrong. And it's like, I had hope for it because they had great writing. Nothing
Season
really.
7 was still pretty good.
I've said
I
that,
was still
yeah.
great
I
with
don't
that.
mind season 7. A lot of
Season
people hate
7
on season 7. I'm fine with it.
Honestly, season 7, if they would have had the extra couple episodes,
Yeah.
which they were offered a full 10 episodes
Yeah,
for the
people
2
were- yeah.
seasons.
2
which is
seasons
like,
extra of 10 episodes.
Just say yes. What are you losing? You're just
or at
gaining.
least give us 10 for the last season.
Yeah.
At least, because we've been waiting 2 fucking years.
And if you're gonna give us 6 episodes, make sure that they're like 2 hours long each.
And honestly, the hour and a half I was so excited for. And I give them credit for doing the hour and a half.
Yeah.
But I don't give them credit anymore because the episodes, besides 1 and 2, which I will say are still good episodes, 1 and 2 are garbage.
Yeah. They
Garbage.
For
Like,
however long that they apparently are, hour and a half, it still feels like.
And the worst part is the
there's
first
not
2
enough
episodes
time.
are like an hour and 10.
Yeah.
So these people can't fucking write past an hour and 10 minutes.
Apparently they can't
how
write
funny
if
that
they
is?
don't have any source material to pull from.
Fucking apparently.
It's like, they had a good idea of how things were going all the way up until the end of season 7. After that, they're like,
Now what?
What do we do now? And they just
It's
forgot how to
honestly
write.
the abridged version of Game of Thrones. It's such a disappointment.
Yeah, and having the option of having the 10 episodes for the 2 seasons and for them to just turn it down because apparently they want to just get finished with Game of Thrones and move on to Star Wars, which honestly, personally, they should never touch.
Well, we talked about Star Wars already. I'm a huge Star Wars fan, and
I
I'm
am
not
too.
excited.
I am too.
I'm nowhere close to excited about Star Wars.
I
Like,
have to
I'm
agree.
not.
Same.
And now that I know they're writing it, you can bet your fucking ass I'm not watching any of their movies.
Yeah.
Because I had so
I don't know
much
if
belief in
they're
them.
working on a Star Wars movie project or if it's series. But regardless,
Well, because they're coming out with The Mandalorian soon too, which is awesome, which I'm hoping is going to be good. And
But
Bill
I
Burr's
hope-
going to be in it.
But I hope they don't. It's not them that's doing it.
Fuck no. I don't trust them.
But
at all.
imagine if they.
I don't want them to do it. I won't
I'm
watch
hoping
it.
not, because one of them he wrote X-Men Origins Wolverine,
Oh my god.
which actually makes a lot of sense as to why this season has been so
Yeah.
garbage. It makes
Basically.
sense.
I just can't believe, man, that we're down to the finale and we have 43 lines of dialogue.
Yeah.
And Cersei's entire role in this season was to stand at a windowsill and drink wine. She got paid $1 million an episode.
To just stare out a window.
Which I'm not mad about. Get paid.
Hey,
but
yeah,
fuck.
you do you.
You got paid $1 million an episode.
To just stare out the window. Well, technically, wasn't she staring at a green screen?
Yeah.
I'm
Good for
looking
you.
at a piece of cloth.
Get your fucking check because, Jesus, get out with all your money.
So, in lieu of all this problems,
Yeah, getting into this.
there's actually been a petition that has recently been announced.
So when I sent it to you, when I told you about it,
Yes.
the signatures were trying to get to 250.
100, 150.
No. It was the original was 250.
Okay.
Or was it? Because where are we at now?
We're currently at 174,000.
Okay, so when I sent it to you, it was at 25,000. That's
Okay.
right. I have it. That's right. So originally it was at 25,000. It was at like 24.98.
Uh-huh.
Now it's at 100,000 signatures.
175,000.
So when he walked in today,
Yeah.
oh my god, it was at what? 120?
120, 123.
123. It's at 173,000 signatures.
75,000. Yeah.
And basically, the petition is to stop and no longer show episode 6 this week, and to
Remake.
reshoot everything and do 10 episodes.
Yeah. Season 8 remake 100%.
So we actually had a text conversation about this briefly, and I was like, yeah, it's not possible. I don't think it's going to happen. And that's when it was at less than 25,000.
Yeah.
It's now at 170,000 signatures.
Yeah, and a lot of people are
I'm
like, this
kinda
couldn't-
worried.
This couldn't work because, not a lot of people sign it, but dude,
And
175?
the fact that it's gone up in less than an hour,
over 50,000 in less than an hour.
that's pretty shocking because
Yeah.
that means a good amount of the fan base, a good amount, like it's still a small percentage considering if we're talking like, let's say it's 5 million fan base,
Yeah.
170,000, 175,000
It's
is not a lot, but it's a lot. That's a
Yeah,
lot of
it-
fucking people.
in
Like,
the in grand scheme of petitions, it's a lot. In the grand scheme of overall fan base, it's not that
It's
much.
not a lot.
However, based upon how quickly those numbers have risen in
less than a
past-
day,
Yeah, in less than a couple hours. It's like there's
that's a
good
big
chance.
deal.
There's
So
a
at
good
what number
chance.
do you think production or the studio is going to step in and go, oh, hey, this is a big deal?
Well,
I called it at
considering
500,000
That's a pretty good estimate. I'd
because
say
that's half a mil.
Yeah,
Because let's say if it's 5 million fans for their fan base and they hit a mil, fuck, or hit 500,000, fuck. We're in some real percentage now.
Yeah,
We're in some
I'd
real
say
percentage now.
already based upon the quickness of how the numbers have increased, they're already having to start to take a look and like, okay, because not only is it on the website the petition that is gaining a lot of notoriety, but also the Reddit posts. It's nearing 100,000 likes.
Dude, the
with multiple
subreddit of Free
awards.
Folk,
They're losing their minds.
they have gone off.
They're just going absolutely
Because
ballistic.
for people who don't know, there is a subreddit for memes and everything on Reddit.
Discussions.
Called Free Folk, but it's not discussions. It's all memes. It's all memes
typically.
And as of now, with all the terrible episodes, there's been a huge amount of traction. So much so that Free Folk actually predicted the crypts.
They did.
They predicted the crypts, which is funny. So now that petition's on there, it's gained so much traction. So much traction. Because I think the subreddit itself is about 300,000 people.
I think so.
I think I
approximately.
saw it. Double check.
Yeah, I'll check right now.
But it's a big amount of subreddit. So I think if they hit 500,000, they're really going to have to talk about this.
881,000 members.
Whoa.
And there are currently 45,000 online.
That's a lot more than I thought.
And as far as I can tell, it has 92,000 upvotes, that post.
Whoa.
With the petition.
So imagine that's 92,000 people who possibly signed it, right?
Yeah.
Possibly signed it. And then you have to think of Twitter, because Twitter is vast.
Absolutely.
Vast, and you can reach a lot of numbers there. So I can only assume how many people have seen it on there now or who are going to see it soon.
And they're probably being shared like on Discord or other means.
Discord, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, because I don't use Facebook. I don't know how the fuck it's doing there.
Yeah.
But honestly, so it can easily gain the 500,000. So I think if it hits the 500,000 mark, we're going to have a real discussion. I think the studio's going to have to step in. I think HBO is going to step in like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
I think the writers are going to have
fired.
to really think. No, not necessarily fired yet, but have to, because if it hits 500,000, that's what I'm saying. But I think at that point, the writers are going to have to stand back and give a reason for what's happening.
Yeah. They really need to give
Instead
an explanation of
just
why
giving
things
us
are
the
happening.
behind the scenes thing after the episode. They're actually going to have to come out and talk.
Give
and
us
speak
an
to the
explanation.
camera and say why.
Exactly.
Because there
I
is
think
some
so.
shit that needs to be explained in this series so far.
We got
in this
Dodgers
season.
in the chat saying, "What's up, guys?"
Dodgers. But
Yeah, but they need to explain because if this petition hits 500,000,
it's a real issue
yeah,
That's
it's
a real
It's
issue.
a big thing.
because that's a huge amount of percent at that point. That's a huge amount of percent at that point. But I'm hoping it works
I hope
because
so, too.
I don't want to see how it ends at this point. I don't care.
Yeah,
So-
at this point. Nobody's really caring.
Let's put it this way, man. My girlfriend and I are going to EDC. Episode 6 is this Sunday. She asked me, "Oh, do you want to watch it like on the shuttle there?" What did I tell you originally?
Yeah, you were.
No, I'll wait till Monday.
Yeah.
Because, dude, I don't care. Like, I don't care. And it's just simply
disappointing.
because of writing.
Yeah,
I don't care.
because the acting is still on par, doing very, very
With
good.
whatever acting we can call, because there's barely any fucking scenes.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
it's a lot of just
for me,
staring.
it's just, they've really killed a lot of characters in terrible ways. They've destroyed
it's the electrician
dialogue.
Mike.
Huh?
The electrician Mike.
Oh, what's up, man?
What's up, dude?
But there's a lot of shit they did wrong. And it's
Yeah.
just, I don't give a shit at this point.
it's disappointing.
So-
We had such high expectations. I only got into it, at the midpoint or at the beginning of season 7. So it's like, oh, can't wait for season 8, the final season. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? I thought you
I
guys
know.
said this is a good show.
So, and imagine, I started from season 1.
Yeah. You've been
Like-
watching this since the beginning, so you totally know that it's great material. And then for
Yeah.
somebody who's just
And it's
getting
just-
into it,
It sucks,
to
dude.
see it crash so
Yeah,
hard,
it just sucks. But where are we at on time, by the way?
we're at 30 minutes.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit. That was fast.
Yeah, it's going fast.
Fuck.
pretty
All right,
well.
that was pretty much the whole episode. Again, damn, we got really into the fucking Game of Thrones because there was a lot of shit.
Yeah, I'm
There's
like,
just a
it's
lot of shit.
big stories coming out with that, and hopefully, maybe we'll get some good information coming out. HBO might be like, "Oh, we see that you guys actually didn't like it."
So let's do 5 more minutes really quick. So, because, I got to talk EDC.
EDC.
So I'm going to EDC, and Bill Nye is going to be there. I can't wait. It's going to be fun.
Yes.
Apparently, it's going to be windy as shit. Like
windy?
in Vegas, and it's going to rain tomorrow. Don't even try, dude. The mics have been acting weird.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I can't even hear that.
I'm trying to do it over here, man.
Yeah, I can't even hear it. Even when you tried it there, I couldn't hear it once. Sorry, guys. We're having issues with our mics a little bit here or there. But yeah, I can't even hear myself in the mic anymore, man.
Oh,
Can you hear me?
go. Yeah.
Okay. All right, stop fucking with it, man. Yeah, you can barely hear it. But
so EDC.
EDC, it's going to be raining tomorrow when I take off.
Yeah.
Not excited.
It's going to be raining. I'm
Not
actually
excited.
going to pick up my aunt and uncle from the airport tomorrow.
Oh, no fucking.
Yeah.
Where?
In the afternoon. Actually, from Flyaway.
Oh, from Van Nuys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like,
That's a miracle, honestly.
Yeah,
I love the flyaway.
It's really
Like,
helpful.
That's so helpful. I'm obviously not taking LAX because I live in fucking Burbank.
Yeah.
And I will fly out of Burbank.
Yeah.
But yeah, honestly, the flyaway is so necessary. But I'm not excited about the rain and flying.
Rain does make it a little bit more bumpy, but it's not that bad, man.
Come on,
It's
man.
all
Okay.
good.
So I have a decent amount of fear of heights.
Okay.
Like, not necessarily flying, it's the heights.
Uh-huh.
And it's the moment of control too.
Uh-huh.
But the worst part for me is not necessarily like being in the air because I can calm down, it's fine. But it's the takeoff.
Oh.
It's the fucking takeoff and landing. Because for some reason, I feel like I'm in the Space Shuttle Challenger.
Oh, yeah.
I know I'm not a fucking astronaut, but somehow I think I am while I'm in that fucking moment.
But don't you want to go to Mars?
Yeah, I'd rather do that. Because at least I can make it to space, man. It's fine. And I got to worry about impact coming back. And honestly, if I go to space and I'm going to Mars and that fucking thing explodes, I'm out. Because that's like rocket fuel.
Yeah.
Like,
it's
I'm out. It's
set it and forget it.
Gone.
Yeah.
Set it and forget it. Exactly. I'm like a crock pot. It's gone.
Yeah.
Okay?
That's true.
In an airplane, I still feel like I'm in the Shuttle Challenger, but I know I have a chance of somehow surviving this and crashing. I don't want that. I don't want to do that. That's my only fear.
Well...
And plus, I've seen way too many distracted
movies. I'm not going to say anything about that.
What?
I'm just not
Why?
going to
Because you
plant
want to
any
ensue?
ideas.
You want to ensue
I don't want to mess with your
more
head.
panic
I
inside
don't want
myself?
to.
I'm not excited about
I
the
was
flight.
going to say something, but I'm
Go
like,
for
you
it.
know
Just
what?
say it.
No.
Just say it. It's
No,
fine.
I'll
Just
tell
say
you
it.
when you come back.
That's fine.
I'll tell you when
Just
you come
say it
back. No. You're going to make yourself worse.
Just say it. I'm giving you permission to say it.
Nah, it's okay, man. As fast as you're going, you're not going to feel anything when you impact the ground.
Fuck you.
I told you, man.
But honestly, man, that's like the only part that sucks for me personally.
Yeah,
but
Mike is saying you can man up.
oh, suck my ass.
He
But
also says that Game of Thrones sucks. Only this season, though.
yes.
All the other ones.
No,
have been
yeah,
pretty
this
good.
season
Yeah.
is the worst.
We have to agree.
Like that, we're agreeing with. In general, Game of Thrones is very well written. It's very awesome. It's just fucking good. But this season is just very
It's been
lackluster and
what happened, guys?
simply just there's nothing there.
It's like,
Like-
you were going the right way, and then it said take a left, and you
Yeah.
kept going.
Yeah, it's fucking and you just kept fucking going. But I'm excited. A lot of DJs going this year.
Idris Elba.
A lot of fucking
Which
Oh, man.
I'm surprised
And apparently-
amazed.
what?
Idris Elba,
I know.
still amazing.
Like honestly.
I never thought of it.
And apparently, according to Pasquale Rotello, the
Uh-huh.
owner of Insomniac and does EDC, this is supposed to be his favorite stage for Kinetic
oh,
Field. And Kinetic Field is one of the stages, that's the name.
Uh-huh.
It's supposed to be one of his favorites and one of the best well-produced like
Show
light
design.
shows, everything for circuit grounds ever.
oh wow.
Like honestly, so I'm like, oh shit, we're gonna get some
Damn.
top tier shit this year, man. But very excited. And
Absolutely.
with that, let's start wrapping it up, man.
all right.
So we will be back next week, of course, on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Nothing's changing. I will be back on Tuesday.
And you'll tell us
And-
some of those stories at EDC
Oh
and
my
all the
God.
shenanigans
There's gonna
you'll be
be
getting yourself into.
so much stuff, man.
I can only imagine.
So much stuff. Like I cannot wait. I always come back with some kind of weird story.
oh,
honestly,
dude,
and
I got a
cannot
tattoo
wait.
on my face.
No, not even that. No, it's just people in the crowds.
I saw Mike Tyson.
I wish. Hopefully, I see Drew Carey this year.
Well,
Right?
maybe Drew Carey. Imagine
I
DJ
know.
Drew Carey.
What? Oh,
DJ
hold
DZ?
on. Before that, guess who's DJing at Camp EDC and may do a special appearance at fucking EDC?
Marshmallow.
DJ Hodor.
No way.
Yeah. For those of you who watch Game of Thrones,
Dude.
Hodor is actually the little like character guy or the big character dude who carries Bran on his back,
Hodor.
who's a DJ in real life.
Yeah, which is
Like a really good DJ
impressive.
in real life.
He's really good.
And he's going to perform at Camp EDC, and he might perform at EDC itself. If he does, I hope he performs Sunday, so I can hear dun 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 dun, and
Fucking
be
Game of
slightly
Thrones,
sad and
you
excited.
ruined it. It's like, oh no, Hodor.
Be
you
slightly sad and excited, man.
Hodor was the one that was still holding in
Could you
the good
imagine
stuffs.
he drops the beat and he goes, "Hold the door," bam, 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 like some shit.
I bet he's
I
probably
hope
gonna-
so.
He's probably gonna
He
do
has
something
to.
like that.
But we'll be back
Absolutely.
next week.
Yeah.
Same time, same place. We want to thank Ed, Explicit Vape Brewing, for allowing us to use the space.
Many thanks.
Anything you want to add, Brandon?
Looking forward to your EDC stories and the next show. And
Cannot wait, man.
always remember, guys, to
Just
just
be
be real.